to give them an opportunity to win a Big 12 championship, second time that they're going to play in the Big 12 title game in 3 years. And I'm sure that Brett Yormark and the Big 12 folks left over with like nothing more than to watch Oklahoma State hand Texas an L on its way out to the SEC. Meanwhile, I'm sure Texas would love to rub the Big 12's face in it with another win, as Brett Yormark was at Texas versus Texas Tech, and they're showing SEC scores during the game at DKR, just continuing to troll the Big 12 commissioner. I love the pettiness of college football. It's one of my favorite things. We take it so personally. It means so much to us to win these games. We take it so hard when we lose this game, and that is why I think this sport is the best in the world. Perfect sport, college football. Speaking of Texas crushing Texas Tech 57-7, Texas ran for 302 yards on the ground without Jonathan Brooks at tailback. C.J. Baxter doing a lot of that. That game was touch and go here and there. We saw some guys laid out for far too long in it, but Texas did what we expected Texas to do. Texas, like Oregon, feels like a football team that is better than 11-1, if we can believe it. Both of those teams feel like the kind that should be undefeated going into their respective conference championship games. Of course, Texas takes that L to Oklahoma on a neutral site. Dramatic come-from-behind victory for Oklahoma. And, of course, I don't think that Oregon lost the game to Washington. I think that Dan Lanning lost the game to Washington. They're going to get an opportunity to show that they should be in the college football playoff. Of course, Oregon, I think, is in a little bit better of a position as Washington's undefeated. Texas is going to have to do a little bit more. But if you are a Texas fan, this is what you have been waiting on. You have not played in a Big 12 title game since 2018. You've tried to wait for Steve Sarkisian to figure out what it is that he needs to get the players in there that he wants. You're great on the offensive line. You're better on defensively. Jalen Ford running around, making noise. Anthony Hill running around, making noise. You're so deep at tailback that you can lose an 1,100-yard rusher like Jonathan Brooks and respond with C.J. Baxter, with Keelan Robinson, with Jaden Blue, with Savion Red. You just got dudes. And when you don't got those dudes, you got Xavier Worthy out there. You got Jatavion Sanders. You got Jordan Whittington. I think Texas has what it takes to not just win the Big 12 championship, but make some noise in a college football playoff if they earn their first selection in school history. Don't know if that team's good enough to beat Michigan or Georgia, but they certainly deserve an opportunity and they deserve a shot should they win a Big 12 championship if it goes their way. If you like what you've seen, consider subscribing to the #1 college football show on YouTube, the Fox Sports app, or wherever you get your podcast.